Previously on Roll Britannia, you see a sort of roughly constructed bar overlooking the sea, and a sign above that bar reads Nancy's. Well above you, atop some cliffs, you can see looming over the island is that fairly imposing-looking fort as well.
That's a big one.
And you can see behind the bar is an objectively beautiful woman, but you can hear the sound of music playing.
You find a fugitive, all you got to do is stop him, ask him, and say, "Are you the fugitive?" If he says yes because he is, then you've won your way in, and the angels will be there soon to escort you inside for a marvellous day out inside the fort with you and 4 of your friends.
Cranberry juice and vodka for Derek.
No. I don't drink before a job.
A drow woman comes running up to you, and she dives towards you, pulls out a small knife, points it at your face, and says, "You!
Are you the fugitive?"
Seemingly out of nowhere, a beautiful red-cloaked Aasimar woman appears.
We were the guys that ticked the terms and conditions without fucking reading it.
You sure did! So yeah, on the stall there's sort of seashells, those little bottles with different colour sand in, there's a small sort of orb type thing with a weird engraving on it. You all head back to Nancy's, and as you're inside, you don't notice the door to the fort open and close once.
All caught up? Good. Let's get back to the action.
It's been, only a fortnight since we last recorded now, so that's pretty good. We must all hope you're all sort of up to date with everything. Everyone's listened to it this week, yeah?
In fact, I literally finished listening to it again for the second time about an hour ago.
I have got some questions. So there have been. I've recently decided that, as a number of fans have told us that they've binge listened, I've also gone back and binge listened to all of it just to try and make sure that I've caught up with everything. One of the things that has been really bugging me is there a way of getting William Snakespeare bigger or leveling up? Can we feed him, give him rare candies, take him to someone who just leave him with an old man at a shack and then come back a few weeks later and he's gained a few levels? Or
do we leave him with the poke trainer? Is that what you're asking?
You got the reference. I love that.
I've been thinking about that. I mean, I don't know whether to create some sort of montage like Rocky or something like that, and then you see him going through. He levels up, and then he gets a knockback, and then he trains up, and then he gets another knockback, and by the end of it, we need a montage, and then he's got a bigger muscle. He's only one. Longer teeth.
Longer
Tommy,
meaty
you're talking
muscle.
about your snake's one muscle.
You did say it was long.
It's a big muscle, I hear.
Does it have an eye?
Yeah.
It's got its own bunk.
That is true.
But yes, I think a William Shakespeare montage may be on the cards.
I'm excited for it. I'm excited for this moment. Can we keep the flirting to a minimal this week? Because I can't face too much flirting with you anymore, Alex.
His wife is getting jealous.
You're not the first person to say that to me, I don't think.
The awkwardness is too delicious, though.
So good.
It really is.
I mentioned this to Chip the other day, that I like, in D&D, I like flirting with NPCs, but I don't want anything to come of it.
You and me both. So then, you all find yourselves in Nancy's Tavern.
I'd like to get somewhere else in Nancy.
I was asked this week what the name of Nancy's Tavern was, and I responded very accurately with Nancy's.
Yes.
And you're there having some drinks. Yennefer has just done some shots. Apparently you guys were leaving her there last time we left.
Yes.
Let's play the scene out. It's a glorious day outside. The sea is gently crashing over the sand. There's a few seagulls in the air. There's the salty sailor types in the corner still. There's a few extra people in Nancy's now. You're a little bit later into the day, probably about sort of early afternoon maybe. Well, it's a beautiful island, and people haven't got a great deal to do apart from apparently farm for cranberries, which I had to research how to do because I was worried you guys were going to start asking me the technical details.
You had to research how to farm cranberries.
I know how to farm cranberries.
You're welcome. That could be a valuable life skill.
It's going to be like an ocean spray advert.
It's going to be
Think
like
of it as a second string to your bow. If this
It's not
goes
just
wrong,
that. I know the different ways of harvesting cranberries.
Well, I can't wait to see them all.
Yes, there are, depending on whether you're going to drink them or eat them.
James,
I
we're
can't
here
wait
for
to read
you.
all of the
This is
tourist
part of your life
pamphlets
development.
that they've got.
Thanks.
In great detail when we get to the cranberry farm.
This week, woodwork.
I thought you might.
This week woodwork.
Next time we're at Casa del James,
Mate.
I'm expecting some cranberry juice.
There will never be a carpenter in this whole game ever. Everyone just has to deal with raw bits of wood and stone. No one carpents.
Think
Right,
of
come
how
on.
knowledgeable you'll be at the end of all this.
I think Jeff and Derek, I think we're further down the bar chatting to Nancy.
I've got to be. I think I'm talking to Nancy about how to set up a tab at this point, just in case we do decide to sod off and we've got.
Don't tell me. Let's play the scene.
Nancy. Oh yeah.
Hello there.
So sorry about earlier. If we were a little bit leery, had a few Jaegers. Obviously, calmed down a little bit now. Had a bit of a moment with the young lady down the end of the bar there. You might notice her. She's hard to miss. But basically,
Thank you very much for that.
sorry, Keth. So I need to put a few beers in for her to ease the situation, as it were. Can I set up a tab? Do I just give you gold?
Yeah, if you put a few gold behind the bar, I'll start just pouring the drinks whenever you ask for them. That's fine by me.
So how much, if I wanted to say, have 20 beers or so behind the bar, what are we talking?
How much you got?
Well, I would hope enough for 20 beers, considering the last one time I got 5 beers and 4 Jaegers, 4 beers and 4 Jaegers for 5 gold. I did my research, Nancy, and there's not a lot of competition. I appreciate you've got a captive audience and captive market here, but come on, love. You can't kid a kidder, and I am literally a kid.
There's no licensing laws on this land, my lovey. I serve anyone that walks in.
Oh, damn. I was going to try and get you in trouble with the fuzz because I've even got my little sheriff's badge here because I am actually the sheriff of this here town and I demand that
I believe that's a roll, my friend.
Oh, God.
I think you're going to be rolling deception.
Derek just rubs the brow of his nose and just looks
I just
away.
wanted a tab. Why did I do this?
Keth is doing it again.
Yeah, I know.
Waving his badge around.
So it's a deception, yeah?
Yeah.
10 plus 4 is 14.
We'll call it badge.
Well, she rolled a 3.
Nancy is really not that intelligent, I'm sorry.
Hey, don't you talk about her like that.
I didn't know we had a sheriff.
Well, you do
What
know,
exactly does a sheriff do?
he gets really good rates at bar tabs. So can we talk about these 20 bar pints? And so how much reasonably should I give you?
Look, Nancy, look, the sheriff's here to protect you, okay? We wouldn't want anything, bad happening to this bar, would we? Like it to burn down or a big fight to break out. That's what he's here
Roll
to stop.
intimidation.
Yes.
Ooh.
Derek back to his old ways.
We're just going to try and drink for free now. That's what's happening.
Are you literally starting a
feel-
protection racket here
I
now?
feel like we might
Is
be
this what's happening?
kicked out.
That's a 19.
Oh my god. Okay. That was a 5.
Look,
Go on, Nancy.
Oh no, I wouldn't want that bar to burn down. That'd be terrible. Is that a sheriff here, a firefighter then?
Well, he's here to ward off any chance of that happening.
Well, it's not that I'm a firefighter. Yeah, I would just maintain the good nature around the bar and make sure nothing bad did happen. So anyway, back into this.
Marvelous.
I feel like
says that Derek lights up a cigar.
Is that still the quarter cigar you had?
Yeah.
Or the tenth of a cigar, wasn't it?
It's like really small.
Oh no, he
really
kept
small
two.
Just a tiny little stub of a cigar.
He kept two, didn't he? Or are you still using the stub?
Oh no, yeah, you've
I
got
did
proper
keep
cigars.
two, but I'm still using the stub, and then
You're still on the
stub.
stub. Really getting your smoke's worth out of it.
Love, have you got anywhere I could ash this out?
Well, it's a beach bar. Just put it in the sand. Or, I don't know, the sea.
Tell you what, Nancy. Here's 17 gold. That should cover us for a while.
Oh, that sounds lovely. I'll put some beers in for you.
Excellent, thank you.
And she goes off to pour a couple of beers for you.
Chip. Sorry, let me do that again. Jeff. She's not the brightest spark, is she?
Well, it did not. It did take a long. We went right in the houses on that one, didn't we?
Well, it's just, I'm not a very subtle man, but she still didn't really pick up on anything that I was putting down, so to speak.
Do you really want to take her? If we find 5 tickets to this castle, do we really want to take her with us? Because
she is a big radio fan, but we don't know what's inside, so maybe.
It's better than taking Yennefer, you pair of extortionists.
Well, she's.
Yeah,
look at her. She's playing 5-finger fillet on the bar. She looks pretty badass. Look at her playing with that
Nancy
knife.
I'm scared of Yennefer.
Nancy's always wanted to go. We should take Nancy.
That's true, but look,
I think should be good fun.
Well, she might have always wanted to go, but I feel like she would appreciate it more if she'd earned it. If we just willy-nilly throw her a bone, and, Derek might actually have to, and he don't want to anymore. So
indeed. I like, tall.
This has been a short
intelligent
romance,
women.
hasn't it? Hasn't it, Derek? A short romance. Whirlwind.
a new woman entered the scene.
some would
Derek
say.
forgets old woman.
Yes, to be honest, I'm like a dog chasing cars. I mean, I don't even know what a car is. Like a dog chasing cars.
Hey, there might be cars in this world. You don't know. There's guns and flying boats. I mean, what do you want?
Yeah, it's true. I'd like to turn to Yennefer and go, love, if we could perhaps get you an extra ticket to this fort, how would you feel about watching our backs while we're in there?
Does anyone remember what Yennefer sounded like?
She sounded like Scarlett Johansson. Could you do that?
Kill Paul.
She definitely sounded. Yes, she definitely sounded like her. So if you could do that, that'd be
exactly
tremendous.
like her.
I won't accept anything less.
Okay.
Bright red.
Here we go. For the viewers at home,
Oh, God.
the Dungeon Master
Crack me up.
is Scarlet right now.
Right.
Here it comes, everybody.
What
Stand by.
was the question? Do I want an extra ticket?
Delaying
If
tactics.
we were to give you an extra ticket, would you be able to watch our backs in there? Just, in case anything goes wrong.
Yeah, of course I can. It's just me. I'm not doing a voice. She sounds like me, I told you.
Well,
I remember, she sounds like me.
that was the illuminating and in-depth answer I was looking for. Welcome aboard.
Thanks. You got any beers?
Yennefer, you sound like my conscience.
That's it.
The one that's constantly guiding me down to the right path. Just please roll the dice.
At this moment, a man bursts into the tavern. Not that there's much of a door to burst into a sort of open-fronted beachfront bar, but he bursts in nonetheless. And he's yelling and shouting and screaming. He says, "They've taken him! They've taken him! I'll be next! Someone help me, please! Someone help me! They've taken him!" He runs up to... all of you choose a number between 1 and 4. You can't have the same one each.
3.
4.
2.
1.
Okay, Malrus. Okay, right.
Good choice, Malrus.
Forge runs up to you, Keth. He runs up to you, grabs you by your half-orcish lapels,
Get off.
and screams, help me, someone! You've got to help me, please! They've taken him! I'll be next!" And as he's screaming this, all of you roll perception, please.
17.
10.
7. Just
13.
Derek rolled below a 10, yes? Anyone else roll below a 10?
No, I got 10.
No.
Okay.
No.
So, Derek, you're deeply immersed in whatever it is you're drinking. The rest of you...
A delicious cranberry juice, and I'm just thinking in detail about how they're made, and I'm wondering what that process is like.
Well, there is a cranberry farm. You might find out. Who knows? The rest of you see, as though by magic, a pair of angels in red cloaks are stood in the sort of, well, what would be considered the doorway, although it's more or less an open-fronted bar. It's certainly the steps that would be the main access point for typical pedestrians stood there, not really moving. And this causes even more panic in the man that is shaking your lapels, Keth, and he runs behind you and tries to hide from sight.
Can I Can I just grab hold of the guy? I grab hold of the guy who's hiding behind Keth and shout and ask him, "Are you the fugitive?"
Oh, I was going to do that.
What, the bloody fugitive? I'm not the bloody fugitive. Are you mad? My husband's been taken.
Is your husband the fugitive?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
My husband, he's been taken.
Right.
Up into the fort, and he's gone, and they're coming for me now.
Who
Gotta
are the
hide me,
angels?
quick. Who the bloody hell do you think's coming for me?
Sorry, they're really pretty.
Are any of you still looking at the angels?
Yes.
I was going to say.
Noticed them yet.
I'm still
Yeah.
looking. They're angels.
Okay.
They might be like the weeping angels from Doctor Who. So my eyes are firmly fixed on them.
Oh, shit.
Well, they haven't moved. Still stood exactly where they were.
Can I walk up and try and distract them? Oh yeah, I want to try and distract so Keth can keep trying to find information out from this guy.
You can do whatever you want to do. This is the magical world of D&D. You do what you like, my friend.
You do.
Tell me, what does Jeff do?
Hey, ladies. Hi. Welcome to Nancy's. I've got a bit of a tab open at the moment. Are you looking for a drink? What can we do for you today? How can we make you stay with us? You are gorgeous, by the way. Then you're not talkative. You're not that talkative, are you, you pair? That's fine. That's fine. Couple of drinks, and I'm sure that's fine. Equally, if you don't want to cruise, I'm not here to force that on you. What brings you down this way?
Give him the smolder, Jeff.
This doesn't look great on podcast.
For those of you that can't see, Jeff's making his puppy dog eyes.
Jeff, can you roll a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh, what? I don't like the fact that you said saving throw. Why am I saving? Okay, so I rolled a 16, but I have a Constitution of +3 in saving throws. So that's 19.
Ooh. Okay, nothing happens.
I back the fuck away from these angels. Lads, actually, this is what I genuinely would do. I would turn around because I'm scared that something's going to go wrong here, but I'd turn back to the lads and I'd be like, guys, they're not particularly talkative. Malrus, what are you thinking? Derek, by the way, there's some ladies here.
Oh, sorry. Nancy, thank you. That was delicious. Just we'll have another one later, and we'll have a little chat. What's going on?
Derek, you know you don't drink before a job. Can you sort these two out?
So I turn and I see two. What sort of like they just look like two normal women, right? But
they're wearing red. They're angels.
But both wearing red.
They're wearing red, and they're actually not in the entranceway anymore.
Wait, well, I was stood in front of them, wasn't I?
Yeah, but you turned away and spoke to Malrus.
No,
I'm still looking at them.
Were you, or were you being distracted by the man who's cowering behind you and talking to him as you were just before we left?
I'm looking at him.
Oh,
it's over there,
I've got a grip
because
of him, and he's going.
What has happened is that in the moment that you were all distracted,
nuts!
They have moved to be immediately next to you, Keth.
Oh, shit.
Whoa. So I watched them then, because I'm looking back that direction, talking to the boys.
You turned to look at the bar.
Yeah, you blinked,
and then
mate.
all of a sudden,
But I turned to look. Yeah, I turned to look at the guys. So I turned away from them, but then I'm looking at where Keth and Malrus. So I'd be able
You were looking at Derek.
You were looking at Derek.
who's over there. So then
I
they.
looked at this guy.
Oh snap! Bugger. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Fuck.
Couple of teleported ladies, eh?
Jeff, do not take your eyes off these women. You understand? Jeff, don't take your eyes off them.
Not taking my eyes off the ladies, I'd like to call out to Nancy and go, Nancy, do you know these two women?
Oh, them's the angels. They're marvellous.
Oh, so you wouldn't like any harm to come to them, would you?
Harm? Why would you harm them?
Tell them to leave.
They work for the radio station.
Tell them to leave the bar immediately.
I never tell them to do nothing.
Right.
They're just swanning around.
Right, lads, let's
helping
take
out
this
with
into
the
our own
radio.
hands then. Excuse me, mister. I would like to approach Keth.
I'm gonna need to blink in a second, guys.
Moving the cowering guy
Stay
out
with
of the
it,
way and
Jeff.
placing my hand on his collar.
I'm just continuing to stare at them next to Keth.
Oh, so we've both me and Malrus.
So the three of us are like staring them down.
So
These guys are freaking
can
me out.
Keth and Derek please roll Constitution saving throws?
I'm gonna casually just unbuckle the holster clip for my
That
gun.
is 20.
Just a snap. Just a snap of the holster.
20 all in.
Yeah.
20 all in.
Yep.
And Keth?
20 also all in. I had an 18 and then plus 2 for
God,
Constitution.
you guys are rolling
here.
big.
This never happened.
Goodness me. You guys have got some new dice, I'm sure. Okay, nothing happens.
Waited.
You're just stood next to the angels.
Lads, whatever happens.
Slip my thumb underneath the strap of my rifle. Of my brassiere. My goodness, angels.
Spaghetti strap.
They are promiscuous.
Lads, whatever happens, we cannot let these two angels touch this man.
Lads, keep an eye on these two.
Or
Listen,
we
pal,
could just run.
what are you doing here? Who are you?
Trying to get away. You've got to hide me.
You're ruining the
God, I mean-
atmosphere.
Who are you?
I
Sorry.
don't have a name prepared
Who
for
are
this guy.
you?
I should have done. Who are you?
Where is it? Sorry. It's all right. Different movie. It's all right.
Malrus, you wouldn't happen to have a spell, would you?
Probably.
Something to get this guy away from here where we could access him?
Oh, nothing like that.
Maybe try a disguise on him or something.
Would you say that the angels are humanoid?
They are certainly humanoid. Yes, they are.
Ooh.
Head at the top, legs at the bottom, arms and things in the middle.
Things? They're not called things.
Banging my shades of Horatio Kane on.
I'm Declan. You've got to help me.
Do you have a good friend called Ant?
That's my husband's name. His name's Anthony.
There we go. There's the penny. Did you hear the penny drop then, everybody?
Oh god. Maurus, you just want to check, mate? You're still staring at these two, yeah?
Yes, I'm still got
Okay.
my eyes on them.
I bang on my shades of Horatio Kane.
Okay.
One, demonstrate
What
how
do they
serious
do?
we are. Well, they they're mainly a bit of a.
From across the bar, you hear.
And then, so basically, what they do is they give me
There's an
advantage.
airboat out on the beach now. It's
We're getting out of here, guys. Is everything now turned orange?
Yeah. Yes. There's a slight orange filter has fallen across
What
the sky.
kind of wizardry is this?
Right. Yes. What do your shades of Horatio Kane do other than
change the sky and
Yeah. Other than make it a bit more serious.
so yeah, they demonstrate how serious the situation is, which is one of their main properties. But they can equally be taken off or on to demonstrate it. So I may then take them off later to equally
Make it even more serious.
even more serious. Yeah.
Yeah.
But mainly what they do is they give me advantage on all creatures within 10 feet of me, and they have disadvantage against all deception checks that are made to deceive you. Additionally,
Okay.
I can place them over a creature's eyes or my own and press a button, kind of like Men in Black flashy thing kind of thing, but built into glasses. But then, rather than making your memory go, they actually just blind the creature in all respects, except that they can see in magical darkness for a minute.
Very handy.
They were very cool, and I thought, yeah, why not? Bang them on. Serious sitch.
Cool. This might be the first time any of you have used any of the items. Oh, no, I think we used...
Stones of Fast Speech, I called them.
Use the radio.
You bought that. You bought that, didn't you? Yeah.
No, your
Wheels of
Wheel of Fortunes items.
Pretty sure I used my banger a few times.
Oh, you did use your banger, yeah. You whipped your banger out good.
Speaking of, I'm gonna reach for my banger, grasp my banger firmly in hand right now.
A two-handed.
You're gonna grab it by the stem.
Just grab it around the base.
Oh dear. The hinge end of the banger.
The business end of the
Are you
banger.
going to make it get it ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna just prime it.
Oh, it's
prime
ready
that
to go
banger.
off. I've heard Derek's banger's always ready to go off.
Good boy.
I want to do an out of character thing to discuss whether it's a good idea, but I don't think we've got time.
No,
Okay.
no
Cool.
OCs. Come on.
I'm
You're going to discuss it.
I'm
Do it in
going
person.
to call out to the rest of the salty sea dogs in the bar and go,
Hello, Silver. Sorry.
free drinks for everybody if you keep this fella away from those two angels.
And
Fuck
they
you,
go,
Derek.
Can I make a persuasion?
Oh, free drink, you say?
Yep, totally free.
Are there any caveats or restrictions on
The
that?
only caveat is you cannot let this gentleman, Declan, come to any harm from these two
Anyone.
creepy
Or
women
anyone else.
or anybody else except me.
And also nothing from the top shelf. Apart from that,
One drink per
Thanks,
customer.
Kev. Appreciate it, mate.
One drink.
anything that's on tap.
I see. Nancy, I'll have a bottle of rum each,
Fine by
if
me.
you please.
Fuck. Hang on. After, Nancy, after they've done it. Payment after, lads.
Yeah.
Well, I'll not be dismissive of this, but that seems like a rather indefinite statement you be making there.
Look,
You see, I can only have the drink once, but the statement of requirement sees that I must protect this young gentleman indefinitely from these here lovely young ladies.
look. I didn't realise you were a maritime lawyer, so that's sort of made things a bit more difficult. But I'll tell you something. Once the situation is resolved to my and my companions here satisfaction, you will get your bottle of rum.
I see. I believe there was a bottle of rum each.
Fine by me.
How many people are in
It's
this?
fine by me as well.
How many people are in here? How many salty sea
There are
dogs?
4 salty
72.
sea dogs.
Four,
Oh,
yeah.
4. Just 4, sorry.
Fine.
Outside of my
and
mouth,
they-
I'd like to just turn to the others and go, look, we're not planning on staying here long.
Sound.
As the salty sea dogs get up to stagger and stumble towards Declan, as they have been there literally since Nancy's opened drinking. So you've enlisted the town drunks to protect
Hired the
this
right
man.
ones there, haven't we?
They
We've just shifted the
stagger
onus of blame
over
for when they're
and casually attempt to surround Declan. At which point, can you all please roll Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh, that's not good.
15.
That will be a 7.
20 all in.
Good God!
I got a natural 1.
Oh dear!
I'm so unhappy right now.
Oh dear! Well, in that case,
Well, it's been a nice time playing
Malrus,
with you guys.
can you roll again, please? Because what happens as all this goes on is that whilst whatever's happening is about to happen, young Jeff turns to you to check that you are still watching and accidentally slaps you across the face.
God's sake, man.
So can you roll another Constitution saving throw?
16. Oh, 17, sorry.
Oh, thank God. Please, hopefully.
You say thank God,
Oh, no.
I mean, thanks, James.
but in that moment, the world goes black.
For who?
All of you.
But I've got my shades on. Magical darkness. Button.
You can see in magical darkness.
Dark vision?
And
Dark vision?
no, it's magical darkness.
Oh, cursed magical
However,
darkness.
There's always a however.
However, this is merely a flash of not light, but whatever the opposite of light is. Not just darkness, but a sucking vacuum of light. It's what you get at the far end of the scale of light. You have light at one end, darkness in the middle, and this at the far end. The sort of darkness that draws light in. It's like a black hole, but even darker.
Is it like that
What
special
black holes are
paint?
scared of.
It's Vanta Black, right?
And all of you
are sucked into it.
take 2 psychic damage.
Ooh.
Start keeping a tally of my HP again.
Yes, please do.
Minus
Oh God,
2
what did I-
psychic damage.
How much did I have?
So do we remove
should
that
add
from
all
our
your hit points.
overall?
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes off your
HP?
hit points, yeah.
Right.
Has it been this long since you took damage?
Yeah.
When was the
Yeah.
last time you took damage?
On board the
We all got a
was that
nice
like 6
rest as
episodes
well.
ago?
Yeah.
Nothing
We
bad
take a
has
long
happened.
time to do the simplest of things.
You do,
Yeah,
yes.
we've been in this bar for about half hour now.
Okay.
Yennefer is still here. Thanks,
Or so you
guys.
think. And
Or so you think.
the thing about this magical darkness is that it lasts but a fraction of a moment. Oh, hey, it's me, James. Just pausing for a quick second for a few quick messages, then I promise we'll be right back to find out what happens next. As always, I want to say a massive thank you from all of us for taking the time to listen to Roll Britannia. We know there are a lot of choices out there, so thanks for giving ours a go. And if you are enjoying it, why not hit subscribe and leave us a review? Reviewing our podcast helps us stand out from the crowd and tells other people like you that our show is worth a listen. Plus, it gives us a warm, fuzzy feeling. And that's good. Did you know you can also find us on Facebook by searching Roll Britannia Podcast, on Twitter at Roll Britannia, and on Instagram at Roll.Britannia, where you can see extra content from the shows and send us a message, ask us questions, and let us know what you think about the show. Anyway, thanks again for listening. Let's get back into it. And then light returns, and all is normal, and the salty sea dogs are sat over at the table, having many an ale, and you're all stood exactly where you were. Only there's no angels in the bar, and no Declan.
Well, that saved us a few bob, innit?
Always on the bright side.
Oh, shit.
Well, lads.
Oh,
This seems to keep happening to us, doesn't it?
Is Yennefer still here?
Yennefer is still there, yes.
Jeff, why did you slap Malrus?
I wanted to make sure he was still looking.
You fool.
Can I?
Was there a mosquito?
Lovable fool.
Can I turn?
On the subject of this, on the subject of that slap, can you, Jeff? Could you roll 1d4, please?
I knew this was coming.
Could I turn to Yennefer and just
It's
ask?
a natural one.
Ah, good. Malrus, you take 1 extra damage from being slapped around the face.
But I'm so weak normally. How am I damaging now? God.
Because his eyes were dried out from staring for
fair.
so long.
He scratched his cornea.
You slapped him in the eyes.
Oh.
You shouldn't have rolled a natural one then, should you?
I'd like to turn
Be
to.
better at D&D, I've told you.
I've got to learn.
I'd like to turn to Yennefer and just go.
See how we
Yennefer,
handle
did
that.
you just see that?
See what?
The angels and the salty sea dogs and
The Angels, no, they're great. They're always around town. They've got all the prize money with them. Yeah.
Prize money.
You know anybody called Declan?
Yeah, if you find Declan? No, never heard the name.
What about Anton?
Anton? No, never heard that neither.
Fair enough. Thought he might know his husband. Only an island. Everyone might know
No,
everyone.
the Angels, they're the ones that give out the prizes for the radio stations. So sometimes it's money, sometimes it's, tickets to the fort, sometimes there's like all sorts of things. Someone won a speedboat once, that was awesome.
What might make them want to like chase someone or hurt someone or take them somewhere, or is there anything that would turn?
Chase someone? Why would they chase anyone? They're like they work for the radio station. They're like promo,
Have you ever seen it or heard of it?
What, heard of the Angels attacking anyone? No, never.
Have you heard of anybody disappearing
Never.
from here?
What would?
Going away for an extended period, or just not being around?
The only
town
people that
anymore?
leave are the ones that go to the they go to the gated community. They don't have much to do with us anymore because they've got money and all sorts. I mean, why would you hang out with a riffraff?
How would you? What do you know about this gated community? Do you know how to get there?
Yeah, you follow the path round on the north side of the island, all the way round. Keep following it, and you stop when you get to
Straight on till
a
morning.
gate. Yeah. First star on the left, and straight on till morning, straight on till dawn. Yeah. Yeah. If you're walking around the path and you haven't got to a gate, you ain't gone far enough.
Would you want to come with us, lads? I think we should check out this gated community. Maybe there's a reason why they moved out of town.
Has anybody heard if we won the raffle yet from the
It's only the
Oh,
afternoon.
that doesn't happen till the evening.
Ah.
Last thing on Balon's show, they'll announce it, and then the Angels will find you, and they'll give you your prize.
That's
I suppose you've got a portable radio station, have you? Like a portable radio.
Portable? They're not portable. See, look at that thing.
Is the gated community
That's it.
called Neverland?
I don't know what it's called. No one's ever given it a name on it. They probably have a name for it over there. We just call it the gated community.
On account of the gates, probably.
I think we should go.
How are we going to keep an eye on this radio station? Or like this radio announcement? Has anyone got a radio?
Nancy,
or,
can you
like, we've
pop
got
the
nothing to
radio
play
on
over
for
here?
us, love?
Well, no, but they're not announcing it now.
How far away is this gated
I
community?
just want to hear what's going on.
It's on the other side of the island.
So if we left a stone of fast speech with Nancy, it wouldn't work.
5 miles.
The island's not that big.
5 miles is the range of them. So.
True it is.
How far do you
That's a
reckon
good
this gated community is from the here, Jennifer?
I'd probably say about 4.5 miles.
At the very most, I'd reckon.
Well, that sounds
Give or take.
useful.
About half a mile.
Going over to Nancy, I'd like to pop a stone of fast speech down on the bar and go, listen, love, you mentioned you want a radio ticket. We are up for, we've entered the competition. They are going to give us 5 tickets, and clearly there's only 4 of us. Oh, my friend's just gone to the toilet. Anyway,
I don't know where he's going. We don't actually have a privy here.
probably-
Everyone usually goes in the sea.
that's the store cupboard, Keth. No,
Keth,
just outside.
I'm going to take him some loo roll. Hang on.
Good
I'll
idea.
take him some loo roll.
Yeah, so I'll pop a stone of fast speech on the bar and go, if the announcement's made, make sure you keep listening to the radio, but if the announcement's made, just speak into that, and I'll hear it if we've won, and I'll get you an extra ticket so you could come with us.
What name did you enter with?
Did any of you give your real names?
I gave mine.
Gave your real name. Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Listen out for...
And one of you signed off as Nancy Yennefer and Yennefer Nancy. I'm fairly
Pretty
certain.
sure, yeah. Listen out for Nancy Yennefer. We just thought that was your second name, but maybe we should get to know each other a bit better later after we've gone to the fort.
So
but listen out for
if
that.
you've entered with my name and they say my name,
Is your name actually
surely
Nancy Yennefer?
I would. Yeah, it is. How did you know?
That is bizarre. Or listen
That
for the
is
name
a
Malrus
coincidence.
Tosscoble. But I just thought it'd be nice if the two of us could go
if they
together.
call my name, why would I call you?
Oh, hey, here he
because-
is. Sorry. I walked around the whole bloody
because,
place looking for you, Keth. Here's your loo roll.
Thank God. I'm about to use my socks.
Because I just thought it'd be nice if the two of us could
I need
could
your
go
socks
together, you see.
now.
So I entered you in the competition. Get
Sorry.
those smelly
Okay.
things away from us. I'm trying to romance
Malrus,
here.
what have I missed?
They're only going to get worse.
A lot. You've missed a lot.
Well, I feel like the story wants to progress here. So I tell you what, I'll call you.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Fantastic.
I got this feeling that that's what's going to happen. So I'll give you a call if I hear your name, or weirdly, if I hear my name as well, I'll call you. I'm not sure why, but I will.
So we can go have a nice
sounds
little.
great.
Never mind. Forget about it. Let's go, lads.
Can I walk? I'm going to walk
Just in
up
a
and
huff.
just say, Nancy, I really appreciate everything you've done here, and the fact that you're keeping an eye on this stone, I assume now for us. I appreciate that. Here's 10 gold. Just throwing it around at this
Thank
point.
you very much. That's a marvellous tip.
Walk off huffing and
Please,
Rasa
please
fashion,
make sure
fashion,
you give us a call.
I certainly will for you, my love.
I'm going to make a mental note.
Are you guys heading out of Nancy's then?
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know.
Cool.
Yes.
I am in a huff.
Derek, mate. Derek, what's happened? What's going on?
She's very standoffish and not that bright, I don't think. But I think she was trying to screw us out of those tickets.
Where are you guys going?
To the Cranberry Farm.
To the gated community.
To the
bringing
gated
Yennefer with us.
Cranberry Farm.
I feel like I really
Community.
misjudged the situation by tipping her.
To the gated, bringing Yennefer with us and just going. Don't worry about that. It's
Are
just
you inviting her to come with you, or
please
what?
come with us, Yennefer.
Does
They'll-
Yennefer
they'll-
have to come?
Yeah.
Well, she knows where
You don't have to bring her. I wouldn't. It's your choice. You bring who you want to bring. You don't have to bring her. You
entirely
can
up
ask her if she wants to go and look at something else, or you can just maybe you can ask. Maybe you can reach out to her later. Who knows? Just,
Let's leave Yennefer in the bar
Okay.
with the walkie-talkie and Nancy.
All right, we'll leave her here. But Keth, we're going to have to talk eventually about this obvious fear of her. And I know that she's a big lass, but she's bigger than all of us by quite a bit more than you. So, man up.
yeah, do you have some sort of innate fear of dark elves? Is this a character choice for Keth?
I just
Keth have a reason?
Nope.
Yes.
Look, I've taught William Shakespeare a trick. Look at this. Here he goes. Look, it's got in my sleeve, and now he's got it on my other sleeve. Look at that over there.
That's totally distracted me from the conversation that we were just having.
We don't need Yennefer with us. I've got nothing wrong with dark elves.
Can I? I think he needs. Can I roll an insight check to see if I believe?
I would also like to.
Go for your life.
Cool.
Natural 20.
That's fucking great. I think mine was a 15.
I believe you.
Well,
wholeheartedly.
the only way Keth's getting out of this is he rolls a natural 20 deception here.
14.
Unfortunately, I got an 18 plus 1, so I got a 19. I did the best
Wow.
I could.
That is an amazing trick. I couldn't even hear the words that were coming out of your mouth. I was just too focused on it.
Listen, Jeff. Look, come here, Jeff.
What's up with you, big man? Come on, talk to me.
Look, this dark elf girl made me feel really... what's the word? Small. Once. Right?
Another dark.
Don't want to talk about it very much. If you really want to, I'll go into the details later. But that's why I really, really don't like dark elves, especially dark elf women.
Okay, all right. We'll leave her here. That's fine. That's
Please.
It's clear. It's clear that
I
there's an
think
issue.
I knew her
We'll go
sister. All right?
Oh, son. No worries.
Yes.
We've got you, bro. We've got you.
Yes.
Lads, we're moving on to nothing else. Move the story along.
Okay, what's your plan then? Where are we going? Have we got a team
choice.
consensus?
Gate, Derek would like to head to the
Anywhere,
community.
please.
But
Are you all up for the gated community then? Is this what we're planning?
Yes.
Are we going to go there? Cool. So,
Leonard,
you
let's
guys
go.
are...
Into the woods.
Leonard.
Into the woods.
So you guys walk up between a few buildings. It looks sort of like a main high street. You've got a not yet open Argoose on the right hand side.
Let's get some more stuff.
A general store next to that, which sells sort of foods and fishing supplies and bits and pieces. Just, usual stuff. There's a couple of houses. There's a...
How mad would you be if I was like, I want to go into the general store?
I'm quite hungry. I fancy a pie.
We haven't got time. We can eat later.
Is there any kind of like price list or anything? Like,
Think about how good the food is going to be at the gated community.
Malrus, do you have any idea, Malrus?
You can see the Pucker Pies sign in the window, but unfortunately it says out of stock underneath it.
Oh, thank God, because I've lost my notes.
It's so sad that our goose have stopped their catalogues as well. It's a tragedy.
On the left-hand side, you can see a pretty small-looking little... it looks like a kind of religious-y building, a bit like a chapel. There's a few more houses, a public garden as you walk up, and you sort of go up a bit of an incline. You can see off to the left-hand side in the distance, so not big distance, but just sort of a little way behind all the buildings, you can see what looks a bit like some derelict mining equipment. And at the top of the hill, it's not a very big hill. You can pretty much see to the other side of the island from there, and you can see that the houses slowly give way into sort of even more temporary-looking accommodation with some tents and things. You can see a few people sat around a few sort of campfires. You can actually see right on the beach on the far side, you can see a little jetty with one person just sat on the end fishing, and a few people just sort of sat around doing whatever it is people do when they've got nothing else to do on a Caribbean island. And you see on the far side of the beach what looks like a path leading past some sand dunes and off round the side of the island.
As we walk, I'd just like to turn to Malrus and go, before we left the ship, I heard the...
Yes.
I'm sorry for prying, but I overheard the captain talking about your brothers.
Yes? What about them?
I'm from quite a large family myself, and I just wondered, you still keep in touch with them? Whereabouts do you think they are now?
I have no idea. I haven't seen any of them in years. I keep trying to look for Milo, but he's vanished a bit.
Oh, that's a shame. Again, similar. I haven't seen my family in God knows how long. Just the other one. He's not going to be any trouble should we, come into contact with any Empire forces, should he?
It's hard to tell. He gave us a bit of trouble the last time we saw him. But I haven't seen him for pretty much the same time as I haven't seen Milo, so...
How did Milo disappear?
He's a wizard. He's just went poof.
But he's just...
They're gone.
And then gone.
It's a shame.
As you guys are walking along having this conversation, two angels come strolling around, and they say, "Hi guys, hi. How you entered our competition?"
Immediately pull my gun.
Oh,
Yeah. I just go into the weirdest sort of staring directly at them position, like just full on concentrating directly into their eyes, moving between the two of them, hoping that someone else is doing the same.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I slip the strap of my musket and put it in two hands.
Ladies, don't you know it's dangerous to walk such an isolated area alone?
it's not very isolated. There's all sorts of people around here.
Is there actually a lot of
And there are,
Is there
there's quite a lot of people about.
These ones are talking, lads. These ones are talking. They may be different.
There's people just sort of milling about. Yeah,
They're a bit different to the last two we encountered.
Yeah. Are there any other kind of angels? Like bad angels?
What do you mean? We're the
Devils,
angels of the radio station.
And all of you are dressed similarly?
It's our uniform. We've got to wear this to, promote the radio station so you recognise us.
Do you know quite a lot of people?
Show us like a cap with the radio station on it, or
merch. Gets out the merch. Here's a bumper sticker.
It's FBFM, it says on it. Fulcrum Bay FM.
Nice.
There you see.
Nice.
FBFM.
So do you know quite a lot of people around here then? If you're angels, you're quite well connected.
Oh, we get to see everyone on this island.
You ever met a Declan?
Never heard of a Declan.
or an ant?
Nor an ant. I've seen ants, they're on the ground.
Very witty.
They say if you're a time traveller and you step on one, you change the future.
I don't think that's quite how time travel works, but we haven't got time to get into that right now. We're trying to...
Are you going to enter our competition?
Is the weather on this island always this good?
It's glorious, isn't it?
Can we just ask what the competition is?
Well, this week, the competition is to win a challenge with the governor.
And what about last week's
He will
competition?
challenge. You can challenge him, and then if you beat him, he will give you riches beyond measure.
What was
the challenge?
Yeah,
that's the exciting bit of the competition. You don't know the challenge until you get there.
What was the competition last week? What was the prize
last week? Well, the prize was a year's supply of cranberry juice.
Where do they get the cranberry juice? What's the name of the farm?
A few days too late. Do we know, James? Do we know what?
I've always wondered how you farm cranberries for cranberry juice.
I don't know. You have to ask the farmers. we just work at the radio station. I've never worked on a cranberry farm myself. They're very exciting places, though. A bit wet for me, a bit boggy, some would say, but I don't know. Sandra says she's never been, but I've been, and I saw it, and it was very boggy. But anyway,
but no.
You want to go out to competition?
James, this is a question that might annoy you as a DM. Do we know what the current date is? Like the year and the month?
No.
Okay, fair.
Are you thinking about expiry dates of cranberry juice?
I was thinking about asking them because there's been mention of time travel and there's been mention of like other sort of looping stuff, and we just saw some weird shit happen where like everything went back to normal or nothing happened. And I was gonna ask them what date it is, and if it was different to ours, we know some weird fuckeries going on. But
well, if you ask them a date, they tell you today's date, and it is the date as you know it.
Okay.
I'm going to
very
be
helpful. Unfortunately, we've already signed up, so.
Oh, you've already entered. Okay.
I'm just going to take Jeff aside for a bit and just go. Do you think they've got a bigger version of your Shades of Horatio Kane?
Potentially, but they weren't wearing shades.
No, but it's sort of a similar Men in Black effect.
Are you suggesting they have like one lens each?
Sharing a pair of giant shades, the novelty ones.
What do you mean by bigger
From
shades?
a photo booth.
Does his Shades of Horatio Kane by any chance have the current year or date? Like those New Year's sunglasses?
Because in the bar, it was like we were, memory wiped, but we weren't, but everybody else was.
Yeah, but my shades don't do the memory wipe. They just blind the creature, the target, except that it gives them magical darkness.
It's true.
So it's not really a memory thing. I just described it as a Men in Black thing, which was probably my bad for adding the confusion of the memory. There's no memory wipe.
It's all your fault.
It's less Men in Black and more just like a bright light.
Do you have to place the shades onto the creature?
Disclaimer: the Shades of Horatio Kane do not include any form of memory wipe. They are linked to the Men in Black in the way that they flash in. That is it. There is no memory wiping with the Shades of Horatio Kane.
That was easy for you to say.
It was not.
So are you guys continuing to hang around and spit the breeze with these two angels, or are you carrying on?
I think we
walk on.
Go about our business and move along.
Yeah.
Do they know the way to the gay community?
Yeah. Do you know the way?
I thought we followed the path.
Camarillo?
Just said follow the path around the island. So you're gonna follow the path that's on the far side of the beach. Is that what you're doing?
Let's ask these guys.
Yeah.
Angels. That path over there.
You're gonna ask the angels.
Is that the way to the gated, privileged community?
It sure is. Are you residents?
Yeah, we know them.
That's such a bad lie.
I'm not even getting you to roll. I'm afraid it's for residents only.
Do you know the names of some of the residents?
I'm afraid I can't tell you that. GDPR.
Have any of the residents signed up for your competition?
Residents of the gay community?
Yeah.
All of them. They always sign up.
Really?
They love it. Yeah.
Actually, it slipped my mind.
They all owe their fortunes to being in there.
Last time we saw some angels, you guys, my friends here, they all signed up, but I didn't. I don't think you'll find the name Derek Normalbeard on your list anywhere.
Well, if you want to sign up, just sign up here.
I'd love
she hands
to.
you a clipboard.
I'd like to look through the clipboard to see any of the names from the residents.
Can you actually read the terms and conditions and everything and tell us this time?
Yes.
We've got a second look at this.
Yeah.
What languages do you? What languages do you speak? Yeah.
Reading the terms and conditions.
Can we find out what language the terms and conditions are in before we give our answer?
Only Common and Dwarvish I speak.
That's unfortunate.
Can I have a look at them?
Well, you can have a look.
I just want to check, Derek. I just want to check if my my name was
Your
on there
signatures,
correctly.
right? Yeah, sure, there you go.
Cheers. I don't suppose they're in Common, Draconic, or Sylvian.
No, they're not.
We might as well all check that we've written our names right. Here you go, Keth.
Keth, are you reading this?
Unless it's Common or Dwarvish.
Oh well, that was a big waste of time.
Sorry, are you half orc and you don't speak orc?
I do speak orc. Sorry, I haven't got that far in the page. I'm doing a Malrus and I'm leafing through my spells. What did I read at school? Orcish.
I mean, either way, you still can't read it.
What language do I speak?
What am I saying? What are these noises coming out of my face hole?
No, you can't read it either.
Malrus, you might. Before we give it back, you might as well check.
Common and halfling, which I'd imagine are not on the page.
Let me just. Sorry, I forgot to sign my name. I'm not going to read the terms and conditions. I'm just going to read any of the other names that have been listed there. The one that looks like it's in the most ornate sort of copperplate handwriting. If there's anything that looks like fancy,
okay,
something written with a quill.
Yeah, something like.
Yes, there is one name that's particularly fancy, and it says Simon.
Excellent.
Fine, Simon.
So I'll sign my proper name, Derek Normalbeard, and then I'll just give them the thing back.
Thanks very much. Good luck. And then they stroll off.
Cool. Right. Lads, there's a Simon in this gated community, I think.
Do you think he has really big trousers?
That is a very strange...
There's a definite theme here.
Yes.
I'm not entirely sure I get where you're driving at, but they said it's this way, so I'm just going to walk off and stop.
Off you go.
I don't want to explain anymore, just to see where this reference goes.
No idea.
So as you're walking, are you walking along the path now, or are we continuing around the island? Yeah.
To the path.
So you're walking along the path, and you've got a beautiful view of the sea to your left-hand side, and to your right-hand side is a heavily sort of island jungle type area. It's quite densely packed with plant life and trees and all the likes, and you can hear the sounds of various.
Can I have a little look around as we're walking along, just to see if there's like any stuff, like, I don't know, feathers or pretty flowers or berries or small insects that I might be able to keep in a jar or something, like, just this kind of stuff that I'd want to find. Can I see if I find?
Okay, roll perception, please.
Someone might have left a junk on the side of the road.
This is going to draw the ire of the dungeon master.
Perception is so 17 plus 2 is 19.
19. You see a few sort of tropical looking plants. You see some trees. You think you see a sort of lizard scurry away. I mean, you see a small sort of roundish object that's got a bit of a glint to it.
No, sort of go over, kick that. Just give it a kick over. And then nothing. I sort of feel a bit weird, so it sort of leaves that alone. And then have a look. Is there anything like cool rocks, or I kind of want feathers, really. I want to put a feather in my hair or something.
Unfortunately, you don't see any feathers. What you do see as you round a small bend in the path is 6 angels just walking in your direction, all wearing the same sort of red cloaks, having a nice little chat, all carrying sort of clipboards. And they come towards you and they say, "Hi guys, how are you? Are you heading for the gated community?"
Yes, we've got business with Simon there.
Simon?
Yeah.
Ooh. Simon's out today. Let's come back another time.
I'm sure he'll be in sometime, so we'll just wait for him. Can I just make a quick insight or perception? I'm not sure what that would be. Maybe perception, just to see if these angels that we're looking at now, are they the same look, their physical features? Obviously, they dress the same, but do they look the same as any other angels we've seen before, or do they look the same as each other?
Roll perception.
17.
17?
No, 17. You got 17.
I was going to say, you see the very atomic makeup. They are identical to every atom. No, they look... I mean, you wouldn't go so far as to say they are identical, but you think they are pretty similar in their appearance.
Clones.
So as in their eye color and hair color as each other, or they look like different women. Do you know what I mean? If it was 2 twins standing in front of me, I'd be like, "Oh, those are twins." If it was 2 completely different women, I'd be like, "Oh, those are 2 completely different women." This is kind of what I'm trying to assess.
The thing is that although you see them and you see that they look alike, it's very difficult for you to describe them.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
In any definitive details.
Interesting.
You couldn't say if they were tall or short or had blue, green, brown eyes. You couldn't say if they were blonde, brown or black haired. You couldn't say if it was long, short, curly, straight. You couldn't really nail down any one description of them. Yeah. Okay. You just know that they are pretty good looking, but you're not sure what they actually look like.
So their face, they're sort of as soon as I look away from stuff like that, their faces seem very forgettable, kind of thing. Yeah, you can see them while you're looking at them, but the moment you aren't looking at them, it's kind of like you never really looked at them.
They're the Kardashians.
Well, our heroes by angels were surrounded, but they vanished with Declan, and now Jeff's confounded. But the decision was made to take this opportunity to travel across the island to the gated community. Nancy and Yennefer were on radio duty, and Derek was hoping to win the booty. But will this plan bring our heroes Atraxia? Find out next time on Roll Britannia.